following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
Disruption Network and First Source Federal Credit Union have teamed up to help support the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center, Sunday, April 28th from noon till 4 p.m. Located at the Veterans Outreach Center, 726 Washington Street in Utica. There will be food, live entertainment, raffles, live podcasting from the D, and an appearance by Audie from the Utica Comets. We are looking for donations of clothes, non-perishable food items, furniture, toiletries, hygiene products, or a minimal cash donation of $5 at the door day of event. All ages are welcome. For more information on donation, drop-off locations, and entertainment lineup, please check out DisruptionNetwork.net. Disrupting Hunger, Sunday, April 28th, brought to you by First Source Federal Credit Union.
Tax season is here, and First Source wants to help you be prepared. Our friends at Furley, Moran, Freer, and ESA have given us some great tax tips to share. Read the blog at fsource.org for helpful answers to your tax questions and feel better prepared before you file. First Source members can also receive a discount on TurboTax software. Be ready for tax season with help from your friends. File smarter, live smarter with First Source. Membership requirements apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Baseline is back with all new episodes every Sunday night at 8 p.m. right here on Disruption Network. The complete rundown of news and notes around Major League Baseball. Get caught up with fantasy rankings, predictions, league leaders, standings, and more. Join JP and SPG as they bring you original segments like 3 Up, 3 Down, the Haps on the Haps, Tip of the Cap, and the Field Report.
Don't find yourself out of the Baseline.
Join the Baseline every Sunday night, all season long, only on the D.
Hey, it's Cassidy, and you're listening to Disruption Network.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish, and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
The Disruption Network is making moves. For upcoming events, news, interviews, and new daily programming, keep in the loop with us at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media. And check out all our podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Get up on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
YOLO, infidels, that's right. It's Hacker Hamin.
This is Al Schneer from the band Mo.
Hey, this is Corey Glover from Living Color.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
And you're listening to EC Radio.
Live on EC Radio with the Z-Man. So take the pizza out of your fat moron mouth. Sit back and listen before I give you a $5 face slap. You'll never forget, infidels. YOLO!
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. EC Radio, Disruption Networks.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to your Tuesday. Time to disrupt your afternoon. TC Radio time. Time to crack open that beer, pack that blunt, that bowl, or whatever you do. Unwind a little bit. Let Uncle Z take you into your afternoon. Yeah, baby. Before we get into anything, got to give love and respect out to the sponsors. Thank you so much to Utica Coffee. WakeTheHellUp.com, Utica. Check them out. The best coffee in the world. Today I'm drinking pistachio coffee. Is there any pistachio coffee going on in the wrestling world?
No, there's plenty of that Jamaican coffee. When I took over down there, I took over the coffee fields. Now I have an infinite supply as well. So Utica Coffee, get at me if you want that black label coffee.
And maybe we should hook that up, actually. I think that might be a good relationship between Utica Coffee and Hacker Hamin. The best coffee in the world. Check them out. WakeTheHellUp.com. Also, love and respect to the EJA Moving Services and Nye Volkswagen in the Rome. How you guys doing today? Z here, hanging and joining me today on the brink of a great wrestling program coming up on 420, which is an appropriate day to have a wrestling show. 420 at the Kennedy Arena this Saturday night, Immortal Championship Wrestling. And we have the headliner in the studio with us today, Mr. Hacker Hamin. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Yo, law Z-Man, that's right. Hacker Hamin is back, threat level red, infidels. So tune out of your workday, because I know you're not doing anything there except collecting a check, sitting there watching the clock go by as Hacker Hamin invades, ready to become the new Immortal Heavyweight Champion. YOLO.
So this is for the belt.
Yes,
You're
that's
going
right.
for the strap.
Yes, Slick Wagner the Brown versus Hacker Hamin in the main event. You know it's Slick. It's been a long time coming. You've been avoiding me for years, Slick Wagner Brown, and now your time has come. You are targeted, infidel.
Well, you brought some gold in with you today, so you are strapped right now. What do you got with you today?
Yes, one half of my tag team championships. That's right. Tag team at Crossfire Wrestling in Canada with those Canadian infidels, with Congo Kong of Impact Wrestling, and as always, the Conspiracy Horseman, heels over strong, with whoever I want to tag with. Greek God Papadon, Stevie Richards, Big Salala will take on anybody out there, and no mercy for you infidels. That's right. All the gold.
I'm glad you mentioned it, because you have the Conspiracy Horseman with Stevie Richards, former BWO member.
Yes.
And then Greek God Papadon.
Yep.
And what you guys do every Wednesday, you do your Conspiracy Horseman and kind of dig into like some conspiracy theories that are going on throughout the world. Talk a little bit about what you do on the Conspiracy Horseman.
Yeah, all the time, exposing false flags or looking into UFOs, the Bigfoots, or whatever's going on with shootings across the world or politics. But this week, obviously, hot button with couple of things. WikiLeaks dumping Julian Assange being taken out, and how convenient that Notre Dame burns as a misdirection spot shortly after, and conspiracies abound with that too, where statues were removed 3-4 days beforehand, and they said that there were no workers on site while it was burning, and then you can zoom in on the video while the building's burning and see people on the upper towers up there walking around. And then of course some new hero priest firefighter who also rushed into on the Islamic shooting at the Bakalan, also ran in to save the crown of thorns of Jesus Christ. So how convenient that all of this lines up at the same time once again.
So conspiracies are already hitting for the...
Abound.
Wow. And the thing hasn't been burning for more than 24 hours.
Burn it down. Where's Seth Rollins? That's what I want to know. Randy Orton wanted for questioning. We've already seen his arson ways.
No doubt. What a shame, though, that thing is burning. I mean, what a beautiful piece of history and architecture.
Well, there's a lot of DNA evidence in there they had to get rid of. From, I think that's where they used to molest a lot of children up in those towers, and they were like, are we going to clean it, or are we just going to burn it? And I think we found the answer.
Well, you got to burn the bodies, right?
Yes.
So the spirits don't come back from them, kind of like Game of Thrones type of thing, right?
Absolutely. You don't want that to come back and haunt you once again at the Vatican, and you've got to go to Rape Island with the rest of the priests. That's just not where you want to be.
That's not where you want to be, no. I can't believe, though, the other conspiracies have totally broken out about it, and probably the second that thing lit on fire, they were already talking.
Well, you look at it, and even the pan-back versions, they have one massive fire truck spraying on the wall. Meanwhile, the fire is way down at the other end of Notre Dame with no hose on it. So doesn't that just seem like for the Nancy Brown moron infidel Wisconsin housewives at home, make it look like they're doing just a little something. Meanwhile, the main part of it burns, towers fall, and I'd like to see, just like World Trade Center 7 when they said pull it, who's got involvement in the insurance scam and claims afterwards, where they're already saying we'll rebuild it again just to save Macron, their pathetic leader, who's a New World Order puppet as well.
Wow. And this is stuff that you're going to be talking about tomorrow on Conspiracy Horseman?
Twitch.tv/Conspiracy Horseman Live 615. Join the chat room. Get in there with Stevie Richards, Big Sal from FBI, ECW, Greek God Papadon when he's not taking a piss break, and me, Hacker Hamin.
How did you get mixed up with Stevie Richards?
How did I get mixed up with? He was...
'Cause he's a wrestling legend.
Yes, of course he is. Well, I met Big Sal when I was in OVW in Louisville, and he's a presence unto himself, so when you make friends with a giant, you got your back covered, and Sal and I hit it off kind of with that, and Greek God Papadon and I had done a couple indie shows together, and in the locker room, like everything, we would talk conspiracy and be the outcast, but I don't give a shit. And then Stevie would get tagged on things by Sal, and by into his real name, which is, I'll stooge it off, Mike Manna, because StevieRichardsFitness.com if you want to get in good shape.
Ice chiseled.
Yeah, best place to go. Looks incredible, better than any other ECW superstar right now.
Because all of them are drunk and pretty much in rehab right now.
Exactly, and Stevie is drunk on working out with his resistance bands and doing great things with it. So he would get tagged, and then we just kind of became how online really should work, acquaintances that way. And he had a kayfabe channel where he's using a secret name to do conspiracy and get back into podcasting, but he didn't want people to know it was him. I pushed him out of the closet into the light, and we backed each other up, started that thing, and took off, man. I mean, especially in the wake of Alex Jones and the criticism he gets, you're not going to work a worker, is what we say in the wrestling business. And now you've got 4 workers who've seen the worst behavior, who can smell bullshit a mile away and expose things for what they are. That's why no one in Washington will ever get over on us. So it just worked, and our audience fell for it, man. It just became a big thing unto itself.
Are you guys getting some heat from all this?
I don't think anybody wants to step to us.
They don't?
Because we've done a couple things. Like I just had Max Egan and James Fetzer on, who are big names in the truth-seeking world, to debate the New Zealand shooting. And they're both on the same page that it's a false flag, where Fetzer believes that that a lot of it's CGI and no one was really killed. And Egan says that it's more of a MIHOP event where they're just killing people like 9/11 to further an agenda, which is gun ban, which is exactly what happened in the last week, right? Mm-hmm. And based off of Australia, which is the exact same thing. And then at the same time, we have the shooting here of Nipsey Hussle. And I don't mean to laugh at that, but what's the shooter's name? Do you remember?
I have no idea. I didn't even know who Nipsey Hussle was until he got shot, to be honest with you.
The shooter is Eric Holder, not the same guy who was the Attorney General, but Eric Holder, as the Attorney General, said we need to brainwash people every day about the way they feel about guns. And now here we have, in a month's event, people from Sandy Hook can sue Alex Jones. People from Sandy Hook can sue Remington. The New Zealand shooting is another shock and off factor, which has plenty tied to it. The follow-up of the gun ban on that setting a precedent. Another Illuminati kill, possibly, where the guy goes on the run and the hood wouldn't give him up, and his name's Eric Holder. As we keep pushing it forward, these are just the New World Order way of accomplishing what they've been wanting to do since 1990s with gun confiscation, where you can go back and look at all this. The players might change, but the plans don't. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to break it down. When you get to the 7th or 8th step, how can you say it's all coincidence at that point?
Can we back up about the Nipsey Hussle thing, though?
Sure, man.
So Nipsey Hussle, and explain to me exactly. He was a hip-hop star, right?
So first thing they do is they come out gang affiliated.
Okay, was he gang affiliated?
Yeah, back in the day, but he also...
Where's he from?
L.A.
He's from L.A., okay.
Right, down with the Game and all those guys, 50 Cent's crew from out west or whatever. But he had kind of traversed that and had bought this building, and he was buying rights and like putting people on from his hood of like, up and coming entrepreneur, the way to do it. And then this guy supposedly they had a conversation with, he threw out of the place, came back in, shot him 4 in the chest, 1 in the head. To me, that's a military-style assassination because the one in the head, you got to walk over and stand over them to make sure, right?
Right.
Then the guy goes missing, and no one can find him.
The shooter
For like 7 or 8 days. And, in the hood, when the bounty's out, you're going to get stooged off. That's just the way it is. So they're protecting him. Then he comes out, and he says that was this crazy story where he was paid millions of dollars by the government and just to make him look crazy like a patsy. I don't know, man. Where's all the video evidence? Where's everything of this stuff? Like, we can have crystal clear footage of shots on Mars, but we still can't get the missing frames from the Pentagon getting hit on 9/11.
Right.
There's just too many lies in it all. And as a worker, once you've burned me and burned your audience, and I can see the pattern again and again and again and again, I'm not falling for that same old jump up spot anymore,
Right. There's definitely Big Brother in the sky keeping an eye on us 24 hours a day.
You pay for it. You lust for it. You stand in line for it, for a new iPhone, for a new TV on Black Friday.
Right.
Like, why do you think they're so cheap, that technology? Why Alexa and Echo and all that shit? At your Xbox, it says turn on Xbox, and you think that's the only thing it's listening to is waiting for that command? It's listening to everything. And Hacker Hamin has all of those files. I see it all.
And you got all the devices, too. How many wives you got today?
432.
432?
Yes.
Hey, when was your last wedding? When's the last time you got married?
Well, in Jamaica, I took 6 brides with me.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
You were down there. You're looking good yourself. See, some vitamin D did you well. The D for the disruption.
That's probably the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Usually you come in here and slap me around the room a little bit, and today's actually handing out compliments.
Look at since the last slap, you've lost 30 pounds. You look better. You look younger. You should be thanking me, infidel.
Yeah, it's all because of your $5 face slap.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you haven't been in a while. It's been
on the road, man. Kicking the shit out of these Canadian infidels with my new manager, the infamous Jay Moore, my tag team partner Congo Kong. I just put a beating on Joe Mental Pimental up there, a little pathetic moron who thought he could step to me, an MMA fighter, and he learned what wrestling is all about. So, yeah, I'm up there beating the hell out of whoever gets in my way, and obviously everywhere in this American zone as well.
I have a thought. How is it for the transition for an MMA guy to go into pro wrestling or sports entertainment, as Vince McMahon likes to call it?
Yeah.
How is it for that transition? It's got to be a little difficult to really want to lay the smack on somebody.
Well, I had about 120 pounds on him too, so he wasn't ready for that after fighting out of his weight class. So when you come up in a lightweight class and you have to deal with a super heavyweight because you ran your mouth, and now your ass has to cash that check. He got dropped a couple times. You don't see a lot of backbreakers and eye pokes, and
right. Arm drags.
He was not ready for it. Fish hooks, which are illegal. You step into my world, it's a whole different scenario. So I stretched the kid out, let him know what it's like to be in there with a super heavyweight, and he's probably still feeling the effects of it. Luckily, they got their legalized weed, so he's up there smoking his brains out, so he's probably numb from the pain.
Yeah, but he can't feel the pain right now. But is the transition easy for them people to make?
Yeah, I would say so because the difference is when you're under the lights in the moment in wrestling, it's more intense with crowd reaction. Like in MMA, they're following you a little bit more instead of them dictating it sometimes.
I gotcha.
Where you have to acknowledge. You don't see MMA fighters turn around and acknowledge the crowd, right? So, but I'd say cardio-wise, they're ready for it. He wasn't ready when I punched him in his face, though. He wanted to do MMA rules with the gloves. That was a little different for me because.
So you wore gloves,
and yes,
like
and for him,
8-ounce gloves or something.
Yeah, I'll say this: he wants to make the challenge. I'll meet him on his ground and show them that Hacker Hamin has no fear. And when he was on his back in the mount, he's not ready to be pinned. That's where he's not ready. That's where I capitalize. I've got all kinds of strategies. He's worried about David and Goliath. I use his own strengths against him.
You're seeing a lot of MMA guys going into the pro wrestling.
Sure.
Is it a bigger payday for them, better cash, or why are they making this transition? You got Ronda Rousey, Matt Riddle's another one, of course Brock Lesnar. Like, why are they making this transition?
The cash, the credibility, sure. I like that it puts more credibility into wrestling, but a lot of them get a pass and walk in and don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Like Ronda?
Proof positive in your WrestleMania main event, and then other times she can steal the show with her performance, but then you give them the mic and it's so scripted and it's so fast and it means nothing. And then they book it all wrong. If you watch WrestleMania, all 19 and a half hours of it. Here we have 3 legit killers in Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, and Bobby Lashley, all of whom are world champions, legit, credible, and have done the work to earn that. And then you have 3 mid-carders, lower mid-carder lightweights in Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch beating 3 legit killers. So how much value did you really get out of the people that you should have invested in the most to make your business look as credible as possible?
Yeah.
Booked wrong the whole way around.
It's a sinking ship over there, don't you think?
Well, I'd say afterwards with Road Dogg walking off as head writer. With them.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He walked off on SmackDown. After.
So just recently, though,
Yes.
because he was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame last
There's
week.
hills you want to die on, and apparently that was the one he picked, and enough was enough. Put it like this, 2014, the Raw after WrestleMania had 5.1 million viewers. The Raw after WrestleMania 2019 had 2.9 million viewers. That's 46% of your audience lost.
It was bunk. The Raw after WrestleMania is supposed to be your best Raw, and it was subpar.
Not only that is they built it up, and in the last 10 minutes they burnt their audience completely because they're half pregnant. I talk about this on Russo's brand, which you can check out the Raw and SmackDown review with myself, Stevie Richards, and Vince Russo. And what's even hotter than Conspiracy Horseman is Master Shoot Theater. I don't know if you've heard about that or not with Vince McMahon. Oh, yeah, pal, yeah. Vince might make a little play tonight after SmackDown Live, so get your Russo's brand subscription now, pal. But, and that's taken off. But, the main thing is that they're half pregnant with the racism thing with New Day. Vince calls him a B-plus player. Vince is the slave master plantation owner who's never made a black champion, supposedly, even though I consider The Rock the first black champion.
Yeah.
So without saying that, they dance around it. They dance around it the week before. The last promo before WrestleMania, Kofi has opportunity to say that and draw that line in the sand. Instead, he stumbles on his words, forgets where he's going, says, I've seen you in the back to Daniel Bryan since you got, nobody cares. It's about the rise of the black man and the black champion. So they're half pregnant. They don't go all in on it. Because the payoff should have been Kofi wins. Vince has to come out on Raw and put him over and say, I was wrong. You bridge the gap of whatever Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, Colin Kaepernick. Here's your opportunity to do something. They don't do it. He gets his second promo, and it's just the feel-good thing where his kids come in the ring, and then we go right back to the minstrel show coonery with Big E doing a split as the focus. Right?
Tacky.
So then we do, on Raw after Mania, winner take all, Seth versus him. Seth doesn't have to be champion. Seth only had to do one thing, which was what? Beat Brock Lesnar and take the belt off him.
Right.
When the knight slays the dragon, the knight doesn't become king. He just did his job. So you could have had Kofi win both belts and be elevated to the highest possible thing where you're calling him a B-plus guy, and now he's the top, legit the top guy. There's no A and B guy. Rollins did his thing. It would have been good business to put Kofi over and really elevate him. Instead, they have the bar run in. They fuck over their main event right in the middle of it.
Stupid.
Yeah, and Seth goes.
Meant nothing.
Seth goes, you going to rob these people of a main event like this? Well, now you got heat with me. Let's have a tag match. So what? And then the crowd chants bullshit. Now, imagine you paid from England to come to Hall of Fame, NXT, Mania,
Access.
Raw, Access. You're talking $5,000-$6,000.
Oh, yeah.
You get out of a shitty main event in Mania, you go outside the arena, and it's downpour rain for 2 hours while you wait to get on buses or get Ubers canceled left and right.
At 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Prime prices, $130 to go 6 miles back to the city.
When you're sitting in a stadium for 10 hours.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Now you go to Raw and you think you're going to get the big payoff, and then you get fucked again. Then maybe you even stuck for SmackDown, like a supermark that you are, and they give you a shitty 6-man main event instead of ever paying off the true feeling that WrestleMania should be, which we say babies up because it's what you want. Heels need to get heat. Babies need to pay shit off. And that was the opportunity to do it. And not only do it on Raw the next night, they could fuck up a wet dream over there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's because they got these Hollywood writers. Don't you agree? That's pretty much what's going on? They don't have actual wrestlers writing these lines.
That, but dude, you've got agents who are all knowledgeable guys who came from the Attitude Era and da-da-da. Are they just yes men and shit is sliding through the cracks? And I agree with the writers. They don't even know how to do the hero's journey the proper way. So the fact that you've got too many cooks in the kitchen and your filtering process is all yes men, it's confounding, especially when I'm with Vince Russo every Tuesday night, the greatest WWE writer of all time, and we're giving them pearls. But this week on Raw, I hate to say it, last night, I had to put over like 5 or 6 segments where I go, shit, this is really good. And I think it's because the Stooges are listening to Russo brand and applying what we've been saying there for the last year and a half.
Does that drive you crazy?
I've had probably about 15 things stolen now and put on TV.
Yeah. It happens around here, too. We won't get into that.
Good artists create, great artists steal and make it their own.
Yeah. Well, what is it? Imitation's the best form of flattery?
Yes, but I'm still going to call you out on my platform for not doing it right and only getting 70% value if you do it the way I lay it out or Stevie lays it out or all three of us. We kick out a better storyline and finish on Russo brand in under 90 seconds than they do in a fucking 6-month build. And that's the pathetic part of it.
If Stamford, Connecticut called you right now, would you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I applied for the script continuity position last week, but it's almost half a rib at this point of me being on the blacklist because why pay the motherfucker when we can get it for free on Russo brand and turn around and do it because they don't want somebody like me there to be like.
Why is that?
Let's put the break. If I get 5 pieces from Hollywood writers, I'll be constructive about it and be like, let me show you how to do business. I like what you're doing, but let me show you how to get max value out of it. If it's about some dumb shit they're trying to pull through, I'm not going to be the guy to go, yep, let's put it out there. I'm going to go, timeout. This doesn't make any fucking sense. You had babies getting heel heat on heels before WrestleMania. You had Kurt Angle healing out on Baron Corbin 2 weeks before WrestleMania, getting his hands on him. So what do I care of what happens? And then that was all supposed to be because John Cena's coming in. They switch it last minute, but then they try and pull like that they had the whole thing planned out ahead of time. They don't, dude.
Yeah.
Like you got 25 people and you're changing the finishes of WrestleMania on the day of.
You could tell they're going on the fly.
You're not fooling nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And now with the competition coming up, with AEW coming up, that's going to be huge, don't you think? What's your opinion on AEW?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for some things, but it's the cool kids lunch table. I came up with Cody at OVW, and I got a lot of respect for him.
You're friends with the Bucks too, right?
Yeah, pretty tight with them, and and once in a while with Omega, we've worked a couple of shows together, but that more with the Bucks for sure. And now Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears will end up there. And when I was in OVW, Sean Spears versus Cody Rhodes, when they were very young, 20, 21 years old, was one of the best pieces of wrestling business I've ever seen that Al Snow came up with. It was a year-long feud. They were best friends, turn on each other, big cage match finish. It was just awesome. I'm excited to see that. What I'm not excited about is the fact that they keep making, in my opinion and some people's opinion on my platform, mistakes of like, you're a vice president. You're a vice president. He's executive vice president. Oh, really? Can I see your business degree? Can I see, your resume of where you've been a vice president before and what does that actually entail? It's just giving each other titles for the sake of doing it and then being more social justice warrior about everybody's accepted here, gay, straight, da-da-da. Okay, but everybody looks like a high school or college shortstop in baseball to me. It's 70% white guys, young in their 20s, who all do flips and all get their shit in. If you're going to go to the circus and you've got 19 lion tamers, don't you want to see a trapeze artist, a strong man, you know what I mean, the dancing bear?
A variety.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they have that. They were quick to book all the kids at the cool kids lunch table, and they say we're not going to do creative, guys are going to do their own things. Well, let's take a look at a guy like Ricochet who can get his shit in nonstop and look incredible. Then you give him a mic, and he's got the skills of a kindergartner compared to guys that I came up with. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of potential there, and especially if they don't try and compete. But their audience are those hardcore Bullet Club, neckbeard, 30-something, team never touched a titty, Virgin Club, dudes who, is that going to be enough to really pull the weight? They just got to deal with TNT. That's big. I'm not going to downplay that.
That's official now?
It's going through.
Yeah.
It's just what channel, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be. So they could hit WWE where it counts, because if WWE's on the downfall, this is history repeating itself again.
Right.
1993 WWE, you got TL Hopper, Doink the fucking Clown, Tugboat, okay, here we are.
All the theme characters.
Right. And WWE still has cool people now, but everybody can't be cool. So here comes AEW with an alternative, and that could just be enough. But they really got to get it together, what their vision is, because to me it just seems like everybody's just excited about being a vice president. And then Cody will go online, and so will his wife, who's also a vice president of branding or something like that, right? Which I like to see what experience she has there. And they're tweeting out pictures of her in a bikini with her ass out, which I'm all for. But do you see other vice presidents of IBM doing that, or or anybody who's a vice president of WWE doing that? Like, can't call yourself one thing and have your actions do something else. If you want to be the cool guy with the hot wife who's going to be the star of AEW, I'm all for it. But what's that, Dan Bilzerian? Is that one dude, right? The guy who's always world traveling with all the hoes all over the place and weed. like if you can't be half pregnant. You're either that dude or you're not.
Or you're not, right. It's going to be a good product, though. AEW, I think, is going to put out a decent product. For their, this is what, their second show? Or no, their very first
Double
one.
or Nothing after All In. So Vegas and then Double or Nothing.
And it sold out in minutes. It's going to be huge. And that just goes to show you that people are, starving for this competition.
And what the smart is, I don't think they're going to oversaturate with a lot of road shows. They're just going to plan out a monthly pay-per-view and maybe have one road show where they tape 3 TVs. Because why spend the overhead to do that just to be like, we're over and we need to? We can tour all the towns. Don't. Tour one town, tape your month's TV, do your payoff show, do it again the next month. You only really need – and that's really what Impact is doing too. Impact, they've changed their model, which is very interesting too. And I think Impact's putting on the best wrestling show out of anybody right now. But their practice is a little shady, but smart in the wrestling world, because the wrestling world is shady as fuck. It's carny. That's why we call it that.
Right.
So after Ed Nordhelm and Anthem paid top dollar to Billy Corgan, which was when I was in Impact. I was getting that Billy money late.
Getting that Smashing Pumpkins money.
Yeah. So they took over, and then my tenure there ended as their digital guy. And they tried to run it the same way that Billy was, as just like an independently funded thing with all guys on the roster getting paid X amount. And that's a failing thing when your ratings are as low as theirs were. So what they've done now is kept their core players, like a Killer Cross, who's unbelievable, John Morrison, a couple others. And now they're going to partner with OVW, partnering with the Indies in Vegas, partnering probably with Nick Dinsmore, Eugene's school. Scott D'Amore runs Border City Wrestling in Canada, and he's the executive producer there. So they're just going to Indies and grabbing the top guys. I'm glad, because those guys get a shot, but they're just whoring off those local audiences that they didn't build themselves, because they've got a TV deal and a bigger, longer brand name. So it's carny, but it's working, and guys who I want to see get on TV are getting on there that I work a lot of shows, and you never know. It might be me and Congo Kong on there soon.
And WWE should go back to the carnival way of doing things too. Like you said, you got too many lion tamers, so you got to switch it up a little bit. It'd be nice to have, It
was kind of the problem when I came through, because they saw the success of John Cena and Randy Orton out of the OVW system, and then it just became a factory. If you go back and look at the FCW pictures of before NXT was FCW, because I was there at OVW, and in came Steve Kern, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, and they took 360-degree pictures of the place, and then we had a big meeting afterwards, and they're like, no, OVW is going to be WWE developmental. They're not going anywhere, da-da-da. And then 6 weeks later, they dumped OVW as developmental, and Johnny Ace and Steve Kern opened up FCW on their own money.
There's too many organizations.
Right? Florida Championship Wrestling. But those guys are shady as shit, and it folded because they leached off each other, whatever reason. Then NXT became a thing. They're just like, fuck it, we're going to do our own thing under the WWE brand. We can't trust anybody. And that's what NXT is now.
Well, Triple H is killing it with NXT right now, don't you think? I think it's a good product.
I think it's good, but it feeds the AEW. It's a false positive. They've lost $40 million. So,
Are they really?
Yeah, $20 million a year pretty much. They've got all these signees they got to pay who are so green. There's 80 people that you don't even know about who aren't even on NXT who've never wrestled that they're training there and got to pay $750 a week to. Right?
It gets expensive after a while.
If
No
you
wonder
got
why
80
they lose
people,
20 minutes. Yeah.
But if you have one diamond in the rough there, you can make all that back, right?
Right.
So that's the long-term game of it. But you look at NXT, it looks crazy, but that's just Florida fans who are there to get their shit in like an AEW crowd and get their chance over. And you're only seeing half the arena because this half is empty. So it looks like there's 3,000 people there. There's only about 450, 500. And that's the same as OVW to me. And then they go and tour Florida and these small towns to give these kids reps. They're only drawing 150, 200 at some of these shows. How over is NXT?
Then they're not that over.
They're
They're
not
only
over,
pulling
bro.
that kind of money.
There'll be more people at Up in Smoke on 420. I guarantee that. So but the way it's presented with takeovers and Ciampa and Gargano, who I'm those are my dudes too. I came up with Ciampa at OVW, and now unfortunately his career might be over because he had to take those risks to get noticed to get to that point. And then Ciampa has that surgery, and it's brutal. And then Gargano at NXT is doing the same goddamn moves, taking power bombs on the apron. Like, you could feel that Shawn Michaels booked that whole finish if you watch that match to me. Because they could have taken it home when they were in the ring and the crowd was way up here. Then they pull 5 more minutes doing insane shit on the outside for no reason, risking their neck, like legit taking bumps on their neck and their discs. For what? You already had them, and this extra 5 minutes is egregious bullshit. And you're the developmental brand. Why are you going to overbook a finish that's going to be bigger than the finish on anything at WrestleMania? So to me, sure, Triple H is doing his thing, forming his team, but when that kind of stuff happens, and when I hear about 150 draws...
Yeah. They become glorified stuntmen, too, after a while.
Pretty much.
You're getting dropped on your head like that.
And then Velveteen Dream can come out and do Rick Rude and Hollywood Hogan and get over with no problem whatsoever.
Right.
So whose career do you think is going to last longer?
Velveteen Dream.
Absolutely.
All day long.
Absolutely.
Because he was not going to get dropped on his head. We have a statement out there calling out wrestling for not matching up to typical corporate efforts is a tad weak. Look at all the shit WCW, ECW, WWE, TNA, and all others have had legitimate owners do over the years. It's very difficult industry than a tech giant.
Tell that to Enron.
Well, he's saying the industry of wrestling is totally different compared to a tech giant or any kind of industry. He was talking about the time you mentioned
the amount of I got you.
Cody Rhodes' his wife's.
Oh, okay. But if you're talking about comparing WWE, tech giants don't have as much merch, licensing, international deals for shipping across the board. Definitely, and the stock price, it's absolutely corporatized in the same way that anything is going to be that's going to have all that merch, but and traveling show and TV rights and commercial deals and syndication and network subscribers like that's a massive amount of smaller pieces to keep moving all the time that you have to keep an eye on. And now the XFL, which is going to be an entirely new sports complex. So with AEW, I'm not saying that they're in an office somewhere having meetings every day like Hangman Page, Matt Jackson. What do you think about, they're not in there in suits and ties like they want people to believe. And especially if you do want people to believe that, perception is reality. Don't put your chicks out on blast when you're like in a bikini when you're trying to have the other face showing.
I mean, for what the owners, VIP, and high-ranking members of the board do. And I think what he's talking about is Cody Rhodes' wife. You said she's posing.
She's the brandy officer. Branding.
And she's out there posing half naked on different. Hey, if it's gonna put butts in the seats, though, right?
That Enron. What was it? The one Playboy with all the corporate chicks that did well back in the day. So why not? I guess. What the fuck do I know?
Speaking of putting butts in the seats, you're going to put some butts in the seats this Saturday.
Yeah, man.
We got to play your, here. This is his, little, hang on. Let's give me a little second here. We're going to play his promo video here for this weekend. This was the lead up to your match this weekend, right?
Yeah. I beat the shit out of Slick after he won the title.
So he won the title recently.
Yeah, 3 months ago, February.
Yes, that's right. Slick Wagner the Brown. Look at me here in your paradise home country. Well, Hacker Hamin has taken over. Ja Rastafari, no Ja. Hacker Hamin. That's right. I'm the king of the sea now, not you, moron. No one here respects you anymore. It's Hacker Hamin. Heels over strong in Jamaica. Yeah, man.
Slick Wagner Brown, you're not a true Jamaican, you're a fake Jamaican.
YOLO, that's right, Slick Wagner the Brown. I'm here with your brothers right now, and they know you're a loser. You left the island, and I've taken over Jamaica. I will defeat you on for the 20. Tell them, my brothers.
Yeah, can't beat this nigga. Can't beat this nigga. Can't beat this nigga.
Beat them.
Slick Wagner Brown, you gotta get beat by this guy.
Yes. Let him know Ben Hamin, the #1 champion of all Jamaica, of immortal wrestling, and I'm taking your title, Slick Wagner Brown, the heavyweight champion on 420, right? Smoke a big one. Tell him. Smoke a big one.
Yeah, man.
Smoke a big one, man. Yeah, man. So give me the lead up to all this.
Yes, well, the lead-up is that Slick Wagner Brown's been ducking me for 7 years. We were in 2CW together. I mean, he's a legend. East Coast, he's faced everybody from...
Whoa, hang on. I'm pressing too many buttons. There we go. Sorry.
He's Too Cold Scorpio.
He's Too Cold Scorpio?
Well, no, he's not. He's faced Too Cold Scorpio in 2CW. He was champion there. He's been champion many places. 20-year veteran, and he knows the game, and this is one of the biggest tests I've had. There's no doubt about it.
Really?
He knows how to be a champion. Some people I can mess with their heads. Slick is not one of them. That's why I'm down 20 pounds. I've been on the cardio regime heavy, getting ready for this, make sure I can really do what I need to, because my power game isn't, because he's a true heavyweight. So we'll see on 420. I've always got a couple backup plans if I need to call an audible, but Slick never wanted a piece of me. He's always been ducking me wherever we work. Big.
So you never faced him before?
No, I think we had one 6-man tag match a long time ago. But I don't think he and I ever hooked it up in that as well. So now he's going to get his due. He's always laughing. Everyone likes him in the locker room. That makes me sick. I don't like to see him there with his stupid laugh, and he thinks he's funny and over with the boys, and everybody comes up and kisses his ass. Well, that time's over with, because even on the Immortal the Immortal Heavyweight title, it's got the Eye of Ra on there, the pyramid. It's meant to be around my waist. It's not meant to be around that moron's waist. He blew out his ACL, so I know the weaknesses that he has, and I'll target whatever I have to do to become the World Heavyweight Champion. All the goal. I'm holding everyone else's belts for hostage this year. That's it.
Have you ever used the figure 4 leg lock?
No, why would I? I've got the camel clutch.
You got the camel clutch?
Homie clutch.
Okay.
Put the hooks in. There's no way you're getting out.
All right. I figured like he had that ACL surgery, you might want to just work on the knee.
Well, I'll take his legs out, but then it's straight to the back after that.
Yeah.
Break the man's back. He can't get up off the mat, and he's in my world at that point, and it's only a matter of time.
And it's only a matter of time before you're hoisting that belt over your head.
Know it.
And then what do? You going to Disney after you win this belt?
I might get some marshmallows and go to Paris.
I got you.
Yes.
You're brutal. That's coming up this Saturday, Immortal Championship Wrestling over at the Kennedy Arena.
Yes, that one moron who got shot in the head.
Shelley wants to know why all wrestlers sound so gritty.
Why?
Yeah.
Because we have to deal with rats like you, Shelley, and our voice needs to be even deeper than you backwoods trash. So bring yourself on 420, and maybe you can become wife 433. You never know.
433, huh?
Just bring $5 and I'll slap the shit out of you and you'll lose 20 pounds.
And I'm glad you bring this up. You handing out $5 face slaps on Saturday? Always?
Infinite supply. I got new shirts from ProWrestlingTees.com/BinHamin. Actually, the Hamin $5 face slap shirt will be there. So you buy one of those for $20. It comes with a free face slap as well. So that's quite the deal. Unless you just want to spend the $5, and then I'll slap the shit out of you as well. Also, Conspiracy Horseman shirts are in.
How many $5 face slaps have you handed out, you think, in your career?
39 so far.
39?
Yes, 39 sold, and 39 lives changed for the better after that. As you can attest to, look at you.
Yeah.
Things have never been better.
Look, exactly.
No more erectile dysfunction.
No, that's all gone.
Knock some of that gray out of your beard.
Yeah, it cleared up my face.
Yes.
Yeah, right. It did, and it put some muscles on me, too.
It's excellent. So, I mean, a deal for $5.
It's very inspirational.
Yes. I might even start selling them on Amazon as well.
Have you ever handed out any freebies other than your opponents?
No, I'd say just in the ring, but no, nothing's free in this world.
No.
If you want to change and you want to be touched by the hand of Muhammad via Hacker Hamin, you got to pay. And you can go see them on Instagram at Hacker Hamin. There's plenty up there. Or on YouTube, just search Ben Hamin. My channel will come right up there as well.
And you'll be handing them out. $5 face slaps. It will be handed out this Saturday at the Kennedy Arena. You guys do a lot of matches at Kennedy Arena, correct?
It's a good spot.
Is it? Yeah.
I mean, it's close to me where I live on the black side over there in the debunked nuclear towers underground on Griffiths Air Force Base. So for me, I like a show there. I can just go right back down into the compound. I don't have to travel all over, deal with border crossings and all of that Canadian nonsense. But
Bob Staff is saying he banged wife number 23.
She's big. That's the only reason he could do it. He likes a big woman.
He likes a big woman.
But you should have seen the dowry I got for taking her from her father. It was worth it.
Now, going through TSA, do you have any problems? Do they profile you at all? No, I mean, right. Obviously you're not wearing your garments and stuff like that.
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah.
Right through.
They know?
Yes.
You got the card?
Yes. Fat black women love me. I'm right through.
And out of all the wives that you're married to, how many are fat black?
Oh man, it's tough because I have them covered so much. I lose count, but I'd probably say maybe 1/10 or 15% possibly. Yes,
I gotcha. El Bronco banged wife number 47. Your wives are a little slutty, huh?
El Bronco's so fat he can't even see his nuts, so he doesn't know if he banged her or not. I do what I need to keep peace in the territory.
Yeah, spread your seed. How many kids do you have with all these wives?
I think we're up over 1,100 now, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Some go, some come, some go, some need to be gotten rid of.
Yeah. Do you have any in the ring right now? You training any of your kids?
Oh yeah, I've got some trainees. I always need new suicide bombers and whatnot too. So I take the dumb ones and put them right out in front there.
So you're still establishing sleeper cells?
Oh, always. We can green light anytime we want here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to play red light, green light with me.
So back to the card on Saturday. How many matches are going on for Saturday at Immortal Championship?
I think there's 8, but Sean Carr just had to back out. I think he's getting ready for the Kentucky Derby, the big horse face infidel. I know he's going to run down there.
Mm-hmm.
But Joe Gacy on the card. JT Dunn in a hardcore match as well, death match. I can't remember the clown guy's name. Greek God Papadon versus Tommy Dreamer. Myself versus Slick, and a fair amount of, I think there's 8 actually. Yeah, eight matches on the card on there. But you can go to, I think, Immortal Wrestling on Twitter or Immortal Wrestling on Facebook and see the entire card. But there's only one match that's really going to matter.
The Innovator of Violence is making an appearance in Rome this weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer?
And I was just watching, I put it out on my Twitter at Ben_Hamin, actually. I was watching while I was at the gym doing my 5 miles of elliptical. I've actually done 10 miles in the last 16 hours getting ready. My cardio's insane. You're going to see an ass whipping like you've never seen before at this show on Slick Wagner Brown. But I put out there, and let's see here. Hardcore numerology, just a coincidence. I'm sure this weekend my conspiracy horseman brother, Greek God Papadon, will expose Tommy Dreamer for the occult puppet that he is on 420, and I'll become the new immortal heavyweight champion in Rome, New York. Z, I want you to read on this graphic from ECW TV the numbers there, please. Read that. Read just what it says there.
The Hardcore TV 33?
333, and then keep going.
9/11/1999.
There's plenty of satanic.
Wow.
Messagery right there.
That's
so tell me Tommy Dreamer isn't the satanic puppet of Vince McMahon, and now it's up to Greek God Papadon and Hacker Hamin to expose him for what he is.
Huh. Have you wrestled Tommy Dreamer before?
Tommy Dreamer's been ducking me as well. We've been on plenty of shows together, but he looks over there. He doesn't want any because he knows I'll burn the House of Hardcore to the ground just like I did Notre Dame. I mean, I'll burn House of Hardcore to the ground.
Oh, man, you crack me up.
Yes.
It's all going down this Saturday at the Rome Kennedy Arena, and what's that, Embargo Street in Rome?
Yes, Embargo Street. Always a trade embargo. I'm always moving things in and out of the country through the ports as well.
Yeah. You have a manager, right?
The infamous Jay Moore I have in Canada, but down here, Conspiracy Horseman has my back. So,
yeah.
As always. And
so you don't come to the ring by yourself?
Well, I'll actually be coming out with a friend of the Disruption Network, my own personal MC, Rated R, who did the Hacker Hamin theme. He'll be bringing me out.
to the new Hacker Hamin theme. So it's hip hop Hamin. It's heels over strong. You know I do it on every front. I take over everything. I can go down here to the hardest hood and get respect. It doesn't matter down whatever road they want to. No one's going to step to me here.
Give me a good freestyle.
Oh,
come on! You got some stuff. I know. I listen to Conspiracy.
With the lottery, possibly they spotted me. Battle scarred Shogun explosion with my pen hits. Tremendous ultraviolet shine blind forensics. I inspect you to the future C millennium. Killer Bee sold 50 gold, 60 platinum infidels, and all the golds right here. With Hacker Hamin, Hamin brand heels over strong all day long. Infidels up in smoke. 420. YOLO.
420. That's a perfect day to have a wrestling match.
Yes.
That's for damn sure. It's just like Rob Van Dam. Besides cardio, are you hitting the weights or any of that too?
I'm on StevieRichardsFitness.com, the band program, bro. I'll tell you what. With any shoulder injury or back injury like that, you can scale it to what you need to. In the first week, you need to get your form down because of the bands wise, but I'll still do some free weights. But really, for me, that's really helped me shape and focus on certain areas. And super cheap. It's a 12-week PDF download and 16-week, I think, for $14.99. And it takes you right to the YouTube videos. And all you have to do is order the bands, which he has right on his store for $30, and you're off to the races. No Planet shit list, none of that. You can do it anywhere you want to on the road, whatever. So there's been a lot of, and actually we just had on the Conspiracy Horseman, Dr. Dave Janda from Operation Freedom, who was a 30-year surgeon, and he endorses it now too. So it's not just some wrestlers selling you some bullshit. Dr. Janda, highly credible in his field. So yeah, StevieRichardsFitness.com. That's it.
Excellent. Well, Dave is saying you have a solid gimmick, and he'll give you that. And then also, Bronco's going to be ringside on Saturday night, so you can $5 face slap him.
He needs to wear your mask, infidel. Nobody wants to see that pathetic face.
Correct me. Make sure you get tickets. Plenty of tickets still available?
Plenty of tickets still available. Well, front row's completely sold out, obviously. Okay. So, I might just have them all stick their faces out, and I'll go right down the line and collect. I think I could get them all in one run around the ring, slap the shit out of the whole front row. But yeah, general admission, not a bad seat in the house there. Anyway, we can always add more. It's in an ice hockey rink, so as fat as you infidel morons are, we'll still have enough space for you.
Right on, man. How can they get tickets if they're interested in hitting it up and seeing you become the new Immortal Championship wrestling champion, I should say?
Yeah, I think you can still get them at that pathetic moron Dimitri Zordos, infidel, Dippin' Donuts, all of his locations.
Come on,
yes.
Dimitri's a good man.
Yeah, well, I smashed that giant jelly donut in his face last time, and now he's got to be on commentary with Big Sal. Wait till you see what we have in store for him this time. I can't wait. But, yeah, you're going to Dippin' Donuts in the morning, infidels, to get your, triple donut, extra iced coffee, fatty latte, mocha, choco. So get on over there and make sure you grab some Up and Smoke tickets in New Hartford or at both locations in Rome, New York. When Rome burns, there won't be any left. And if you think you can contact me, which you probably can for pre-sale, I'm just about out as well. So I think those are the main outlets, but not at the door. We'll have general admissions too.
Is that a thing? The wrestlers will have tickets on them and sell them in public?
If you're not hustling, then you shouldn't be in this business if you think you're over.
Yeah, because I know that's how it is with a lot of the bands in the music world. The bands that are opening for the national headliners, they'll have like a stack of 50 tickets to sell to their
Probably because they get cut too. Every ticket you sell, if any good promoter worth his shit, who knows there's a draw, especially if I'm local and I can bring in 100 people, I'm not going to do that for free.
Are you the only local on the bill? And local meaning being from the 315?
Yeah, I might be. Well, I don't know if Brute Van Slyke is. He lives in Rochester, but he's a NIDA guy. He's a big dude. Got a pretty good following from 2CW as well. There's going to be a fair amount of 2CW guys on there that are Central New York guys. They might not all be 3 and 5. There might be some Rochester guys on there. I heard that moron Dick Justice is supposed to be on the show as well.
You're still battling with that dude?
No, I've moved beyond. I've defeated him. Who's in the main event for the title? Dick Justice? No.
He's been crushed.
Yes. Looks like he's been crushing that Golden Corral buffet. Pathetic. It looks like he's been going to Dippin' Donuts getting tickets. That's where he can probably get tickets. He's got a stack of them. So there'll be plenty of guys that hardcore 2CW, Rome, Dynasty, Immortal Wrestling crowd will be there, and they know the show they're going to get. And now that they've seen the card, there's no denying there's only one place to be on 420.
Is there a place for inspiring wrestlers to go locally to maybe like a performance center or whatever
I will
like
say
that?
One of my biggest rivals in 2CW was Zachary Springate, ZS3. And he has the mall in Syracuse and Clay, Great Northern, I believe it is.
Okay.
That kind of, when we were young, was a bigger place before Carousel and all that moved in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he had that now. There's like dojos in there and gymnastics places. Well, he has his own little spot in there with a ring, and I think they train Thursdays and maybe Sundays. So there is opportunity to get in ring time. And ZS3 was trained by Killer Kowalski. So the knowledge you're getting isn't some asshole who just watches SmackDown who bought a ring and think that they can fucking open a wrestling school. So you're getting real knowledge. So that's one locally. That's about the only thing I can think of. But when it comes to this stuff, because I just saw a young man who came up to me who went to the NYCW show that got canceled because they didn't get a doctor. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Oh, I did see that.
So, like we were talking off air, the market is oversaturated to some degree, right? And there's guys trying to do their damnedest and they want to have fun wrestling. That's what it's supposed to be. But if you're a wrestler in this area who hasn't had the pedigree of going to a top school and becoming a top guy and knowing how to do it, you're only going to get so far working these local shows to hustle. So you have to really make a name for yourself. Or you have to pack up and move to Louisville, Kentucky, or move to Minnesota where Nick Dinsmore's school is, or New Jersey to Monster Factory where there's guys who have deals with Ring of Honor, with Impact, with WWE, that they're always going to be noticing, or Booker T's school, you know? And when you look back, I don't know if you remember the Edge videos when Edge was on top as champ, the Creed My Sacrifice shit. It sounds corny, but that's the sacrifice. Are you going to move out of New York State, go to where you're going to put yourself alongside the best for 2 to 3 years, eat shit, set up a ring, go to all the shows, make no money, but when you come out of there, you're going to be one of the best in the industry. Now, are you going to get out of that college and apply all your knowledge, or are you just going to think that you're fucking over, be like, yeah, I'm a wrestler, spread your lats, and then that's it? You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys who do that. There's a lot of guys who spend the money to go there just to say they did it, but they don't ever capitalize. If you're going to put time and money in your education and you really want to do this shit, that's the sacrifice it takes to be a. And I wouldn't have gotten the education if I didn't, because I wouldn't have been in the ring with Rob Conway, Eugene, Nick Dinsmore, and Joey Mercury in my first year, which is absurd. And by my third year, I'm getting to work with Mick Foley, you know.
Roddy Piper.
That was at OVW. Then I take that, and my first thing out of the gate at 2CW is Sergeant Slaughter and Duggan, followed by Piper, Tracy Smothers. And not to name drop it here, but like that's where you take your education. I don't give a shit if it's wrestling or whatever it is. You got to put yourself alongside the best in the business, prove your worth, humble yourself, and then that's the only way you're going to accomplish your goals is that 10,000-hour grind, constant hustle. So short answer, if you want to train here, that's fine. I see a lot of guys do that, and it gives them an opportunity, but it's only going to take you so far in these lower-level indies. So if you want to do that shit, you got to go. You got to go where the best are,
and you got to put your grind in.
And I think NXT will probably end up doing that and opening up even sub version where people can pay to train at NXT. I see that about 2 years away.
Right on. Well, good luck this weekend, my friend, and hopefully you lift that belt high over your head and celebrate. Where's the after party after you win the belt? You got one scheduled or anything?
Well, I don't know. We might go out on the yacht on the lake there, you know, Lake Delta, so burn it down. If you see a yacht on Lake Delta, you know who it is.
Well, good luck. And what's the name of your opponent again?
Oh, Slick Wagner the Brown going down. Yeah, not even worth it's here. So, new champion, Hacker Hamin, tomorrow, twitch.tv/Conspiracy Horseman, 6:15 p.m. Get all the news and updates and cut through the bullshit just like we do here with UZ on the Disruption Network. Now let me warm up these hands. Y'all.
That means I'm getting slapped. He told me the other day, he's like, bring money. Last time you didn't have any money. I want 5 out of you. Hilarious. Well, Ben Hamin, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to come hang out and talk, and it was great to catch up with you. And one more time, give everybody your information and how they can get a hold of you. And Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yes.com/Ben Hamin, the best and most offensive shirts in all of wrestling. There's no other place to be. Forget about your Bullet Clubs. If you really want to shake things up on the indies, get yourself a Ben Hamin shirt, a Stevie Richards shirt, a Conspiracy Horseman shirt, a Greek God Poppin' On shirt. If you're on Twitter, at Ben_Hamin for the most offensive tweets, and Raw and SmackDown Live reviews at Russo's brand. And you can get free podcasts on my media platform, hackerhamin.podbean.com. Every day, infidels. YOLO.
You know, feel free to put the D over on your media, your network.
Well, I was going to say, you want to do some stuff here and on Twitch, and maybe we'll start rebroadcasting some shows together here.
Cool. We should definitely talk. Forward. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Well, great to hang out with you. Before we get out of here, I do got to mention, we are giving back to our vets. We are disrupting hunger with our friends from First Source Federal Credit Union, and it's happening Sunday, April 28th at the Veterans Outreach Center, 726 Washington Street at the old YMCA. You used to go hang out at the YMCA back when you were a kid?
No, that's Disco Inferno's gimmick, not mine.
Oh, we are disrupting hunger, and it's happening on the 28th from noon to 4. We're going to have music. There's going to be food, raffles, and an appearance by Audie, the Utica Comets mascot. What we're looking for is donations of non-perishable food items. We're looking for clothes, toiletries, hygiene products, furniture. We'll take pretty much any basic home necessity, and it's all to help feed our vets and to clothe them and to make sure they're warm. You believe it or there's veterans out there that are homeless. It's unbelievable. With all the PTSDs are going on and the mental health thing being a thing.
$5 face slap might clear up some of that PTSD real quick.
It helps me.
Right around.
It definitely helped me. But if you're interested in making a donation and you can't make the event, we have drop-off boxes located at all First Source Federal Credit Union branches. And also, if you visit disruptionnetwork.net, there are more locations listed on our website. Dippin' Donuts being one of our locations as well. Our good friend Dimitri.
Yeah, nonstop are they that crew is doing things for the community. Also, Ava Tulo as well. I saw you had them down here doing things. I do all my suit shopping at Ava Tulo. You know, I've got a closet full of suits. I never wear the same one. I wouldn't wear one down here for you. You're not worth it.
I'm not worth it.
No.
Nah.
There's no other place to go. You know, and you might need to have your suit altered at Ava Tulo's after you've eaten a Dippin' Donuts. So hand in hand.
That's true, man. Bob Roth, great man, by the way.
Yes.
Great man. Also, I got to give love and respect out to my friends over at Nye Volkswagen in Rome. If you're in the market for a brand new VW, stop in their showroom, 5865 Taberg Road in Rome. See why all the customers love their Nye V-Dub. Mention the D, mention Disruption Network, mention you listen to EC Radio, mention you listen to this podcast. They're going to give you $250 off any vehicle purchase. That new Jetta they gave me, it's sweet, man.
I'm going to go over there right now and buy a new car. Why not?
It's sweet. $250. It's like shaving off your first month's payment.
Nice.
Check out their inventory, Nye V-Dub.
I don't do any shaving.
.com. No. When was the last time you shaved, you think?
1983.
83?
Yeah. When I was 6.
Oh, man, you crack me up. You can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts of EC Radio and all the content we have here on the D at disruptionnetwork.net. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch and Instagram and all the social media platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play. Pretty much wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find the D. Ben Hamin, thanks so much, man. Thanks for coming to hang out today, man. It was good to catch up.
Yo, Ozzy, good to see you, Infidel.
And make sure you go out on 420 and check out Immortal Championship Wrestling, and you check out my man becoming the Immortal Champion himself right here. And then you got to come back and celebrate when you win.
Absolutely. I'll bring all the gold.
And all your wives.
I don't know if we'll fit him in here. We'll try.
We'll try. We'll see you tomorrow.
You know what the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear, for the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
EC Radio.
Only on the D.
Disruption Network and First Source Federal Credit Union have teamed up to help support the Central New York Veterans Outreach Center, Sunday, April 28th from noon till 4 p.m. Located at the Veterans Outreach Center, 726 Washington Street in Utica. There will be food, live entertainment, raffles, live podcasting from the D, and an appearance by Audie from the Utica Comets. We are looking for donations of clothes, non-perishable food items, furniture, toiletries, hygiene products, or a minimal cash donation of $5 at the door day of event. All ages are welcome. For more information on donation, drop-off locations, and entertainment lineup, please check out DisruptionNetwork.net. Disrupting Hunger, Sunday, April 28th, brought to you by First Source Federal Credit Union.
Tax season is here, and First Source wants to help you be prepared. Our friends at Furley, Moran, Freer, and ESA have given us some great tax tips to share. Read the blog at fsource.org for helpful answers to your tax questions and feel better prepared before you file. First Source members can also receive a discount on TurboTax software. Be ready for tax season with help from your friends. File smarter, live smarter with First Source. Membership requirements apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Baseline is back with all new episodes every Sunday night at 8 p.m. right here on Disruption Network. The complete rundown of news and notes around Major League Baseball. Get caught up with fantasy rankings, predictions, league leaders, standings, and more. Join JP and SPG as they bring you original segments like 3 Up, 3 Down, the Haps on the Haps, Tip of the Cap, and the Field Report.
Don't find yourself out of the baseline.
Join the Baseline every Sunday night, all season long, only on the D.
Hey, it's Cassidy, and you're listening to Disruption Network.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broken everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish, and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
The Disruption Network is making moves. For upcoming events, news, interviews, and new daily programming, keep in the loop with us at DisruptionNetwork.net. Like, follow, and subscribe to all our social media. And check out all our podcasts on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Get up on the D, DisruptionNetwork.net.